Every AI governance framework, NIST AI RMF, ISO 42001, the EU AI Act, asks for the same operational basics. Before you chase a certification or a compliance checklist, you need core governance topics in place. This video gives product managers and ML engineers a practical map of those foundations in 2026. Think of governance as a loop. Inventory what you have, assess the risks, control how systems are built and released, and assure ongoing performance with evidence. That cycle repeats across every framework. The labels change, the work does not. Why now? Enterprise buyers, regulators, and boards are no longer satisfied with an AI policy on the intranet. They want proof, system inventories, named owners, evaluation records, and incident processes. Compare a feature-first team that ships fast and documents later with a governance-ready team that catalogs AI systems from day one, assigns risk owners, and runs repeatable evaluations with audit trails. That gap determines whether you pass a procurement review or scramble after an audit finding. Core governance topics boil down to 4 pillars. Policy sets the rules, approved use cases, data boundaries, and release authority. Risk identifies what can go wrong and who owns mitigation. Evaluation produces evidence that systems behave as intended. Evidence ties it all together. Documentation, logs, and release records an auditor can reconstruct months later. NIST calls this govern, map, measure, manage. ISO 42001 wraps it in an AI management system. The EU AI Act codifies it for the European market. One operating model, multiple lenses. Start with inventory and scope. You cannot govern what you have not cataloged. Maintain a registry of every AI system, internal models, prompt chains, agents, embedded APIs, and third-party tools. For each use case, document who is affected, what data flows through the system, and how it is deployed. Classify the risk tier and note which frameworks apply. Product action: one registry row per AI feature with a named owner before engineering starts building. Risk and accountability come next. Identify risks across safety, bias, privacy, reliability, security, and vendor dependencies. Assign an accountable owner, usually product or engineering, and define when legal or security must review. Plan mitigations, controls, testing, monitoring, human oversight. Track status in a risk register tied to your roadmap, not a spreadsheet that goes stale after launch. Evaluation and audit trail close the loop. Run governed evaluations, bias checks, robustness tests, regression suites, not one-off prompt experiments before a demo. Produce technical documentation and logging that survives scrutiny. Wire human oversight gates where decisions affect people. Monitor production behavior, respond to incidents, and retain records. Test, document, release, monitor. That flow should be as routine as your CI/CD pipeline. Your next steps: build the inventory this week, assign owners, and embed evaluation gates in your delivery pipeline. Map core topics to whichever frameworks your customers and regulators care about. AiVELabs offers learning paths across NIST, ISO 42001, and the EU AI Act. AiQualTest helps you run governed evaluations and export audit-ready evidence. Visit AiQualTest.com and learn AiQualTest.com. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for weekly AI governance and evaluation content.